This is always ready, Matt Cardona, the internet champion and the host of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. But there's another podcast I want you to check out, and that is the Crash and Burn Podcast. Check it out every single episode. Make sure you subscribe, comment, like, do all that fun stuff, and you never know. Maybe one day you'll see the Crash and Burn Podcast take on the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast in the middle of the ring. And you know who's going to win? Me. Because you guys, you're not always ready. Crash and
burn! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crash and Burn Wrestling Podcast. Tonight we are reviewing last night's AEW Full Gear pay-per-view event.
My ears.
And first up, we want to say, bless you, AJ.
Bless you.
Bless you. So, anyways, aside from AJ feeling sick over there, we hope you feel better, and why not get through this episode of Crash and Burn with more sneezes as we run through 13 matches that happened at the Prudential Center.
I got the card
in Newark. Yeah. Before we get to this episode, let's bring these three assholes in here. The first asshole is someone who I hate with a passion, Josh.
Damn. So lovely. So lovely.
Oh, wait, I have to cosplay Tony Khan.
Oh yeah. Anyways, what's up, everybody? It's the Assassin Josh Dinger here. Welcome back to Crash and Burn Full Gear review.
Which is a huge night.
It was a huge night of action.
Okay, I'm not Tony.
Hard, and there were a lot of great moments to talk about. So yeah, let's get started.
Next up, while he turns around to look for his friend, Lucas.
No, I was turning off my heater, you idiot. Alright, I'm going to get this out of the way. Rest in peace to Tom Oliver. Rest in peace to J.D. Frank. And after AJ goes, moments for him. Yeah, we're going to do moments for him because he was. So that's what I do for that. But yeah, here today again, I watched AEW with Josh and Jason, and AJ was at the event, and it was a very cool event to have, and it was definitely a better event than personal. What was it? All Out? It was.
Yeah, All Out from
yeah,
Gear.
So. All right. Yeah. All right. AJ,
since you got to experience it live, why don't you come on in?
All right.
asshole.
What's up, everyone? Welcome to the fastest rising podcast of all professional fucking do it with me.
Wrestling.
The Crash and fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we are reviewing Full Gear. And yes, Jason just said, I did attend the show live, and I got some decent seats. But it was like I was like almost at the top, but I was like in the first row on the top, but which is not bad because I actually saw the ring and the entrance, which is not too terrible. But
Indeed, you did.
But I didn't see the screen as much, which is all right. But anyways, let's get the show started and let's move on to the next match or people get introduced. I don't fucking know. I don't know what to do anymore. Anyways, let's get to
Everybody's in here. Anyways,
in here. I got the card ready to go.
So do I.
So let's get into it. All right. All right. So start the first match. We'll start up with Chaos, Orange Cassidy, Trent Beretta, Chuck Taylor, Rocky Romero, and of course, himself, defeating the Factory.
Yeah.
To be honest, I didn't really smash this. To be honest, I was not paying attention much because just no, they're no for me. But Dan Allen come back to wrestling. I really think now he's fully healthy because I believe before that he was like injured. He's very limited. So when you see Dan Allen actually wrestle for the first time, experience it for the first time live, he is really good. He's a wrestler. I think he can definitely pull some shit out. And yeah. I'm going to see where this goes for him. I definitely do want to see him do some more in-ring action, So yeah. Let's go with AJ. What's your experience with it?
Okay, so when I saw live, yes, the Factory came out,
Actually,
and I just and everyone was saying QT sucks, QT sucks, like some of the time of the match, and then Best Friends came out and like and honestly all 5 men put out a good performance. Like Danhausen came out in the middle of the match, like everyone fucking knew it was him, to be honest.
Yeah,
Because,
I mean, you could tell.
yeah, like because it says very evil, very monster partner or something.
Or I think it was very evil, very mysterious.
Yeah, like bro, that pretty much just spoils up like who's the person gonna be. It's Danhausen. It has to be.
Probably,
But
yeah.
but that was kind of a letdown. But overall, the match was really good. The Factory got some heel heat, as they should, and they need to fucking break up because this team ain't working anymore. But Best Friends, Romero, Cassidy, and Danhausen got the victory. What a way to start off the pay-per-view, or actually starting the pre-show, out of 3 matches. So yeah.
yeah. All right. So I got up my phone. So I do want to say, it wasn't a very bad match. I definitely do think some heat was there, but I really think it picked up at the end with Danhausen. I think if it wasn't for Danhausen, I think the match would have been just like very basic, in my personal opinion. So let's go to Jason.
It's out.
So for this match, we all -1 was in the home chat watching the first match of the 0 hour, and I must say this match was okay. I mean, it was kind of a random booked match, but it was okay for what it was. I can see why Mr. TK over here he booked a match while he was drinking
Water.
because it's a huge match for him.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought this match was huge. Was on the top stars in AEW, and yeah, I enjoyed it. We can go to the next person.
God.
Oh my god, Jesus! I mean, you got a voice of Tony Khan. I will play Tony Khan right now with my fucking hair right now.
That's a good cosplay right
Yeah,
there.
you should grow your hair out, Jason. God damn it. Or
No,
actually,
I
you know
look
what?
like Tony Khan. Look at my hair.
You know what? You know what, Jason? You should be
You
Tony
need to
Khan
have
now.
a cup in your hand.
Jason,
Well,
you
I
need to be
can't.
Tony Khan next
That
Halloween.
counts.
Come on, man. You gotta do it for us.
All right,
Tony
so
Khan next Halloween.
Okay.
all right. Let me go to Josh.
Yeah, it was a good 10-man tag. I do agree with the Factory, kind of like, they are not doing well as a faction.
Fuck this faction.
I feel like QT needs to drop the heel gimmick because he's not really getting anywhere. I mean, sure, he gets a lot of heel. He plays his character really well, but they all need to go their separate ways. I mean, you got guys like Cole Carter and Lee Johnson who are very talented individuals. You got Aaron Solo as well, who these guys can all do good on their own.
I don't know about Nick Camarado though, because
no, I don't know. But I mean, I do agree with a lot of you guys. They kind of did ruin the mystery surprise because you obviously knew it was Danhausen, but I knew like instantly because Danhausen, when he was on the indie scene, he did wrestle with this like very dark gimmick, and I like how he brought that, back, with like the teeth
he bought
jar
it
and
for
shit.
one night only. That's fucking amazing.
It was a one night only thing, and hey man, listen, he did really well as a wrestler. He impressed me in that match, whatever he did, to help them win. Rocky Romero, on the other hand, Rocky Romero really is an impressive wrestler. I don't really care what anyone else says. If you hate him, fuck you.
AEW needs to sign him.
Like, AEW needs to add him, and I love Roppongi Vice. I've always was a Roppongi Vice fan in New Japan. Still am to this very day, and it was a good match. It was a great way to get the fans hyped up.
Yeah. All right. So next match. This is the semifinals of the eliminated tournament. So absolute Ricky Starks defeats the Machine Brian Cage by pinfall. I said it.
Deserved.
I said it. I said, Ricky Starks, and I'm gonna say it right now. Ricky Starks is a future world champion. He is a future world champion. He has a charisma. He has a crowd behind him. He got the fucking moveset to prove it. He has everything to prove. Like, he is a damn good wrestler. Every single night he puts on a great match. And with Brian Cage, it's not really different. He busts out his old move, like his finishing move. I forgot what it's called. Usually, when it comes to bigger opponent, use the spear, and usually that's it, blah, blah, blah. I forgot what the move is called. What the hell is the move called?
Wait, are you talking about that DDT thing? I'll look
It was Ricky Starks when he won the match. Hold on. Was it the Oshima?
Oh, Ricky Starks' finisher?
Was it Oshima?
Hold
I
on.
think so. I really don't know what it is.
Let me look it up.
Called.
It's the Rosh Shambo.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up. What is it called? Let me look it up. The arms are right. That's not it, isn't it?
It's Rochambeau, Lucas.
Rochambeau. That's what it's called. Rochambeau. Yeah, he buzzed up in freaking Rochambeau. When I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute. He did with the Brian Cage? He did Brian Cage on steroids? That's what I would just said. And I kind of said, I know Brian Cage is AJ's boy. I know he's,
yeah,
one of you guys for sure. I know that for a fact. So again, I think this match is short, but it was sweet. It didn't drag out for too long. It did not drag for too long, which is good. I don't like matches dragged out for too long. It was my interest, and it kept me on. So I was very impressed with Ricky Starks. Hoping the match with Ethan Page, goes well. So yeah. Let's go to Josh.
I was very impressed with this match. I really liked the person who won. Ricky Starks has come a long way. He's actually grown on me since, they split Team Taz up and have them all go their separate ways. And Ricky's just been one of those guys. He's kind of like a younger version of The Rock, and I agree with everybody on that. He's very entertaining. He's charismatic. His moves are great. He's great in the ring. He's just all that. That's why he's absolute Ricky Starks for a reason. And do I see him being a future world champion? Absolutely. I have a lot of high hopes for him, and I hope he does get to that title shot. I really like Brian Cage. Like I said in the predictions episode, and I think AJ said this too. I like the fact that Brian Cage is no longer lost in the shell, and is no longer lost in like.
I was so pissed off when he got barely used in AEW like a year ago, but now he's like getting used, which is great.
And he's brought back the mohawk and shit, so it's good.
Looks like Sheamus. He does
look like Sheamus. I think, Brian, we need you to go back to that the hairstyle you had, but I think the mohawk,
it works.
I
mean, it works.
Both
I said it on the call that we did. And wait, is that Brian Cage or that's Sheamus? That's what I did say.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, Sheamus did kind of look like that when he came back.
Yeah, and the fact he looked fucking stupid in that fucking mohawk. I'm glad he got rid of that.
I mean, Brian Cage did the
Yeah.
exact same
So,
thing.
yeah, it was a good match. I can't wait to see how that match on Dynamite with Ethan Page goes down. I hope Ricky Starks advances further. And yeah, really such a
It'll be
good
Ethan
match.
Page. I think it's gonna be Ethan Page because of MJF and Ethan Page being having a faction with the firm going on. I think
Yeah.
if both of those got a match with each other, I think Regal's gonna get involved. I'll talk about Regal when we get to the main event.
Yeah, same.
So I'll get into that when we get there. Let's go to Jason.
Yeah, so this match, it was actually good. I definitely enjoyed this match. It was not dragged out, and the right person won. And hopefully he wins the entire tournament.
It'll be Ethan Page, but yeah.
Yeah.
JFA, what was your experience?
All right. So it started out when Brian Cage attacked Ricky Starks. And then Brian Cage pretty much dominated him throughout the match. And then Ricky Starks got the upper hand, hit a few moves, and then he got the win with using the Rochambeau, and then he got the W, and he moves on to the tournament. And honestly, I'm not mad because I love both guys, and I feel like Ricky is a better contender for the world title right now because if it was Brian Cage versus Ethan Page, and then one of them wins, like Brian Cage, then that makes no sense.
Yeah,
I think,
yeah.
but I'm glad Ricky Starks won this. He actually deserves it, even though people say that he deserves a push and all that, and I think we're starting to get that. But I don't think necessarily Ricky's ready for the world title yet
Not yet, but I think for the future.
because MJF pretty much just won it. Oh wait, shit. I did not mean to spoil that. My bad.
Well, if they saw it, they saw it.
Yeah, if you guys saw it, yeah, and if you didn't, yeah, I'll discuss it. Anyways, but yeah, Ricky Starks deserved it. Yeah, let's go to the next match.
All right. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, that's us.
Jason, did you go for the match?
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
All
He
right.
did.
All right. So
I guess
now
we're good.
we're gonna go to a match where two big men were slapping meat in this match.
Oh shit.
All right. We'll get into the other one that was brainless slapping big meat in the other one. But we got Eddie Kingston defeated Judah Akima.
No,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
My pinball. I made this prediction earlier because this match was about last minute, and I said that I were my mistake where Ishii faced Eddie Kingston. I picked Ishii because of the match he had with Suzuki, with the 6-man Forbidden Door. So I was kind of like, they're probably gonna put it on they're gonna probably put it over the Japanese guy. But I was like, no. I was like kind of thinking to myself, like, no, this is Kingston's dream. I don't think they would shadow it just like that. And then with Eddie Kingston, I definitely do think he is a future championship material. I just don't want to see him lose as much. Because, constantly, he gets into a big title match or a big match in general. He either loses the rivalry or he loses the big match. And I don't like that. I think Eddie Kingston is a great talker. He knows how to get something going and definitely get behind the crowd. Like definitely knows how to, talk for sure. And with this match, again, it reminds me, just two peak brawlers just fighting the fuck out of each other. It's not anything flashy at all. This is your regular scrap fight, and I loved it from start to finish. I definitely do think that Eddie Kingston definitely has a lot to prove. I don't know how long he's gonna do this for, but still a good match though. Still a solid match. A solid pre-show. Let's go to Jason.
This was definitely a good match. June and Eddie definitely killed it here to end off the 0 hour. Wow, this is one of the best pre-show matches I've seen. With two top stars.
Yeah. Let's go with Oh, did Okima get signed?
No, he
No.
didn't. No.
Who was the Japanese who got signed?
Konosuke
Kanosuke
Takeshita.
Tasheta.
Yeah, Konosuke Takeshita.
Okay, that's what I was confused about for a second there. Let's go to Josh.
Oh yeah. This match, this match was really unbelievable. It really had a great emotional storytelling to it. You know, of course, they lost the match on Rampage the night before the pay per view. It was Eddie and Ortiz versus Konosuke and John Akiyama. And I love Akiyama. You know, Japanese wrestling is by far one of the best things in the world. And watching Akiyama was just unbelievable. He's a great talent from Japan. And, you know, this was probably my favorite match of the 0 Hour besides Ricky Starks, Brian Cage. And all the matches for the 0 Hour were really good. But this one really had a lot of great emotion to it because this was one of Eddie Kingston's dreams to face Akiyama. This was one of his dreams to face one of his idols in the ring. And it was kind of the same with a bunch of the other guys he's faced from Japan too. And I love
Suzuki
Eddie
Ishii.
Kingston. You know, he's such a great talent, really one of the best wrestlers out there. AEW needs to do more with him, in my opinion, because he's really fucking good. And I really enjoyed the end of the match where Eddie just started like bawling and he just got on his knees and saying, you know, thank you. And it was just a great ending to the match too. That's what I really liked, how he showed his down earth respect to Akiyama. Literally, and then
Mm-hmm.
he made a whole big spiel at the end. I thought that was so funny. He was like, "Give me a microphone." Then they went past time because they had to get on with the main card, which I thought was so funny. So, you know,
Yeah,
it was a great
yeah, I remember
ending,
seeing that. I was
great
like, wait.
match overall, and they just tore the house down.
Yeah, definitely. AJ, what was your experience like to this match?
All right. I noticed. Okay. So, at okay, I saw Akiyama on Rampage, like knowing I don't know who the fuck was this guy was, but I did research a little bit of him, and he is from DDT. Um, and Tony Khan even said it himself. He was from DDT, so but I'm not really familiar with the promotion. But the only two I know now is Konosuke and June. But um, yeah, Eddie Kingston and Akiyama had a good match. But at the end, Eddie got the win. And then apparently there was like some emotions after the match, shown some respect by both men because pretty much Eddie's probably I mean June is probably Eddie's dream opponents probably pretty much like I and Eddie Kingston he's been wrestling in New Japan lately I think right
Think
or
so.
actually no he's been wrestling a little bit on Japan for a bit
Yeah,
and he's trying to get like dream matches uh that he likes from Japanese wrestling which I actually like but yeah, win or loss, Eddie Kingston is a star, but he'll get his time eventually. But I don't think it's right now because Eddie Kingston is doing good in his role. But
yeah.
and I just want to say this, but Eddie Kingston needs a new finisher. Theodore Raidkin, yeah, it's just like your forearm. Yeah, that's just lame,
Back.
dude.
Yeah.
Seriously, he needs a new finisher. He needs to do something else because clearly it's not like a good finisher, but it's cool enough. But it's not
Yeah,
my type of
I get it.
finisher.
I get it.
But anyways, but Eddie Kingston and Akiyama had a good match. It was a banger, and then like the referee, as Eddie Kingston was cutting the promo, the referee told him like you only have 2 minutes, and he was like, I got 2 minutes. That's bullshit. But
I remember saying that. All right, so
Yeah.
let's go to the
but good
next
match.
match.
Go
Because
ahead.
again, Raw's on. So I mean, I'm kind of multitasking at the moment. Let's get into the steel cage match.
Oh God, this was a banger.
Jungle Boy Jack Perry
Yes.
defeated Luchasaurus with
Mm.
everyone's favorite hated heel, Christian Cage, by submission. What a fucking match this was.
That
I didn't
was.
really say anything less because I really thought it was going to be, Luchasaurus beating the shit out of Jungle Boy and Christian Cage getting involved and, they end his career or some shit. That's what I kind of thought go into it. Christian Cage gets involved, but he got injected. Once he got ejected from the crowd or from the arena, I knew that, Jungle Boy was going to put up a fight. And what a brutal match it was. And this one just, again, blew everything out of the water. Not necessarily everything out of the water, but I really think that this match was match of the night for me. I definitely do think it was.
Yeah, I agree.
I definitely do think, again, this one just had a lot of emotion to it, a lot of good storytelling. And there's some, old homages to, the old cage matches with Taker and Michaels. And kind of Jungle Boy was kind of saying in the media scrum, he kind of took a nod to those matches. And I was like, holy shit, this is epic. And when I saw Jungle Boy bleeding, I was like, yeah, this man's leaking out, man.
Oof.
But I'm going to talk about the elbow drop. Let me address the elephant in the room. He was having position wrong for that for a fact. So it was either A, you're going to miss it by a mile, and you're going to land wrong, and you're going to injure yourself. Or B, it's going to look kind of weak, but it works. And I really think this match was definitely good. I definitely do think, there's other matches that were good in storytelling wise. But I definitely do think that this one was just good overall, for damn sure.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Josh, you got some things to say about Christian, so what you got to say about this match?
I was so into this match to start the show. I really liked how it was the start of the match. I really like how you gotta love Christian, you gotta love him, you gotta hate him. Um, you know, I loved how Christian was so sneaky, where he saw the key for the cage in the ref's pocket, and he just wiped that shit like.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
he just took it like nobody. And then I was like, you gotta love Christian as a heel. You may hate him, he may be that be stung up snob. You gotta love him, man. But just Jungle Boy alone. I mean, he kicked fucking ass that match. I'm sorry, but that man put on a fucking war. He went through fucking war. I literally saw him after the match too, with at the media scrum with Tony Khan. He still had blood on his face, but once I saw him leaking, I was like, oh my god, holy shit, this man is bleeding. It kind of reminded me of It kind of reminded me of Daddy Magic when he was all busted open during that blood and guts match.
Yep.
I was like, but his story on how he got to that match was was the same amount of emotion as Jungle Boy's rivalry with Luchasaurus. And personally, the match was insane. The table spot could have been better. I felt like Jungle Boy landed more on his elbow than his hip, because he said in the media scrum he was trying to go on his hip more than his elbow to put Luchasaurus through the table. But yeah, overall, it was a banger way to start the show. I really enjoyed it. It was really a good match. I had a lot of fun, watching it. Jungle Boy, of course, had that emotional moment with his mom and his sister. And yeah, it was just really good in general. I love the part where the AEW security team dragged Christian out of there. And it was so funny.
I thought that shit was funny too.
But yeah, shout out to AEW security team, man. They're always the best. They're always mad cool people.
AJ, what was your experience like with this match?
Wow. Okay. So this all started when Luchasaurus basically dominated Jungle Boy, and then Jungle Boy got the upper hand, and then like Christian tried to get involved, and then like he grabbed the key from the referee's pocket, and then eventually got caught, and then got threw out by the security team, which I was laughing because
It was funny.
it was funny, dude, and it was about time, man. Like people were chanting, we were like cheering because Christian was getting the fuck out of here because he took things the wrong way there. About Jack Perry's mom. So yeah, but anyways, oh my god, and then the end, Jungle Boy with the elbow drop through the table on top of the cage, fucking amazing, and then it ended with a submission, I believe. But yeah, good fucking match and a good way to start the show, and probably the best match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah, Jason, what you thought about the opening match, Steel Cage match?
My favorite match, one of my favorite matches of this card. Without a doubt, these two put on a violent, brutal match. That's what I like.
Yeah, also too, I forgot to mention, I was very highly invested. I know me and Jason and Josh were watching. I was highly invested in this match.
Me too.
And I was
yeah.
like, kill switch on a steel chair. What the fuck? And I remember I was like, are they going for Concerto? And then I saw him go for the top row. I'm like, someone's gonna die. I just said he's gonna move out of the way. He's gonna miss it by a mile, or he's gonna connect. It was gonna be either way. So let's go on to the next match. So this is the best out of 7 series. I'm gonna say my predictions of who is gonna win the series, and talk about the match. All right, so I would say game 1. Let's talk about match 1. The Death Triangle defeated the Elite to retain their titles in the first match. Honestly, though, this match was honestly really good. One of my favorite spots, of course, is like Kenny Omega did the Terminator thing, and I always love those like Terminator claps. And he landed on his feet. Man's landing on his feet. So that was awesome there. And Pac was busted open too. I didn't say you guys know it busted open too. And I low key, when I saw Phoenix use the hammer, I'm like, wait a minute, is he heel now? Is this a heel turn or not?
On who?
I think it was Kenny. It was Kenny. Because when he went for the Woman Angel, Phoenix used the hammer that Pac gave him. And I was shocked with the finish. I legit was like, what the fuck?
I was upset.
Okay. I like the Death Triangle more than Elite. I like Death Triangle more than Elite, my personal opinion. That's just me. I have a very big bias with Pentagon. Very big bias with Ray Phoenix. I have a big bias with both of those because this is my favorite tag team. Penta's been one of my personal favorites ever since Lucha Underground, so there's something there with that.
I love Penta.
Same thing with Phoenix too. So yeah, I'm glad they retained the titles. Glad they didn't lose it just like that. I'm definitely excited to see what the 7-match series is gonna be. I have the Elite in 6. I definitely do not think the Death Triangle is gonna win. Just win the whole thing. Because I think they just want get their title reign that they honestly deserve. I mean, to be fair, I definitely do not like them adding back into the World Championship matchup, but it just made sense. It made sense.
Yeah.
So, great match, from both of them. Definitely excited to see what they're going to do with the series, though. Are we going to see a clean sweep? Are we going to see, that triangle win? The one unpredictable things that can happen. So, yeah. let's just say that, and let's just go to the next person. Let's go to Jason.
I expected the Elite to pick up the win here, but that did not happen. Death
Yeah.
Triangle picked up the win here.
I'm an
And you
8.
know what? I'm okay with this. And we'll see more of the other matches since this is the first one of the best of 7 series.
Yeah. Josh.
Yeah, I was very excited for this match in the beginning. I was very hyped for the Elite's return. I was very hyped for the Elite's return, and I was very excited to see if they were gonna win in their return match. Just their entrance alone was awesome. I was probably the best entrance of the night. I didn't expect them to come out with Kansas song, one of their most famous songs actually, and
Oh
it
my
just
God, son.
I think just it gave like that whole vibe around like saying what's next for the Elite, what are they gonna do now, but it seems they're just trying to wipe the past away.
Yeah,
And
and when I saw that they did it with Kansas to carry on, because I said I know Josh and Jason, they're there with me, and I was like carry on, and Josh is kind of singing something else, and I was like carry on one way son. I
Carry
don't know.
on.
yeah,
The lyric from Welcome to the Black Parade, MCR.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I thought it was gonna be that. Well, you thought it'd be that. I said carry on one way son.
yeah, but
And
shout
then they
out to
did
Kansas.
that, and I would get marked out. I marked out. I'm like, I
Yeah,
fucking
just
called it. I called
shout
it,
out
you son of
to
a bitch.
yeah, shout out to Kansas. They probably one of the most best songs of like the golden ages, I'll say. But it was
It's
a
pretty
good
much like
match.
unfortunately, it's probably a one-hit wonder because of that song alone. But
Yeah,
they
that
have other
song's
songs.
let's say it's a one hit wonder. But anyway,
The ruined moment,
that
dog.
match was just unbelievable. They had so many great spots, especially Ray Phoenix, man. If you guys don't know, Ray Phoenix is one of the most entertaining luchadors I've ever seen.
Damn right.
He's kind of like this generation's Rey Mysterio.
Yep. I agree.
And
Also Penta.
and Penta too, you gotta love Penta. I mean, I've
Not
always loved the
right.
Lucha
No.
Brothers, but that match just in general was unbelievable. I'm glad the Bucks and Kenny are back. They haven't lost a step since being at home. On suspension, but I'm just laughing because the whole crowd was just taking a shot at CM Punk.
Yeah.
They were just chanting "Pussy Punk" the whole that when the
And like,
Elite
fuck
came, and I'm
CM
like,
Punk,
CM
fuck
Punk must be
CM Punk.
wondering right now at
You were
home.
there
Like,
live, AJ, when everyone started saying "fuck CM Punk."
Yeah, they were chanting a lot of stuff about Punk, man.
That's some
yeah,
wild shit. That's all I'm saying. That's some wild
but
shit.
but yeah, I liked the match in general. It was great. It had a lot of good spots. The finish though was just fucking bullshit. I just felt like the hammer move
It was
wasn't
not necessary at all.
necessary. It wasn't needed or anything like that. Just Pac trying to get Ray Phoenix to use the hammer, but Ray Phoenix even said, if you saw the look on his face, he didn't want to win that way too. He wanted to win the clean way, but it is what it is. I'm kind of excited. I am very excited though for the best of 7
What it
series,
is.
and
It
we'll see
is
what
what it
happens from there.
is.
We'll see what happens with the best of 7 series. But yeah, good match, shitty finish.
I don't think it was a shitty finish, but
I
Here
don't
we
think
go.
there was a shitty finish either.
Okay, we get it, AJ. Jason, what you got?
For the Elite match, I already went.
Oh, you already went. Okay. AJ.
All right, so this match was actually good. Yeah, when the Elite came out, they had like a promo package, and then like carry on, my wayward son. Happens is when you are done. And it's not wait at the last. Don't you cry no more. It fucking turned on, and I was like, what? Okay. So earlier that day, I was looking at an article, and I thought the Young Bucks dropped the trademark of "Carry On Wayward Son," but no, they didn't. So they used it. But yeah, that was actually cool though. I'm assuming that's probably their new music for the trios. For the trio though, that's what I'm assuming.
I hope
but,
so.
Yeah, but this was actually a good match. Until the hammer's use, I was like, oh no, it should have been the Elite's moment. And then I found out we're getting 6 more matches in the next 6 weeks, and I was like, oh dear God, I am gonna be exhausted from them because of so much wrestling. But oh my God, they're gonna drag it out. Like, bro, why? Fucking why, bro?
We'll see how it goes again.
Like, I don't want to see 7 matches between these guys, dude.
I mean, okay, what
I
we
thought
kind of double
Cesaro
standard
versus
this.
Sheamus was
Okay,
enough.
hold on. We double standard this. You know, Sheamus and Cesaro did the exact same thing, years ago.
Yeah, they
saying.
did it like 7 matches each.
Yeah, they did the best 7 series, and then they were a tag team. So I mean,
It was so
this is not anything
dumb.
new. This is not new.
Right, but anyways, good match. Wrong person won, but yeah.
Honestly, I know you got your opinion about it. Let me go on my take about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
With that finish with me, I definitely do think though that yes, it's definitely a heel tactic to use, and yes, Death Triangle was kind of like a tweener kind of faction, but honestly, it works out. Like honestly, I, because Death Triangle not hold a title for too long, and a lot of people assumed that the Elite was going to win, so it brought some kind of investment. Is like, are they gonna put the title of the House of Black, or gonna do something else? What they're gonna do with it? I get it that no one wants to see the best 7 series. I get it, but y'all weren't complaining when Sheamus and Cesaro had their best 7 series going on, and y'all enjoyed that shit 5 years later. So how did you gonna react when the trios matches happen? You're gonna enjoy this 5 years later. So just a mind to keep in. So I'm investing to it. I don't think we dragged out for too long. I mean, it could not go to 7. If one person get 4 wins, it could be 4-2, 4-1, 4-3. It could be a sweep. It could be. So just keep an open mind. Keep an open mind. All right, let's go to the next match, though, shall we? All right.
Let's go.
Jade Cargill defeated Nyla Rose to retain her title. I want to give a big shout out to Vicky Guerrero real quick. When Vicky Guerrero came out on that World Rider with Nyla Rose, I got goosebumps. I had massive goosebumps when I saw that because I know that was a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. That was a tribute to the late great husband of Eddie Guerrero, and knowing the history of Vicky and Eddie, it was definitely something I did not expect to be in AEW, but they did it so well. They did it so well with the Road Rider for sure, and also with that, freaking Vicky was wearing a freaking Rhea Ripley shirt, which I thought was so fucking cool. Because everyone thought it was where Eddie Guerrero, I'm your poppy, but no. Sure, I'm your mommy. Which I thought it was very a good touch. That is again, it's the same as the saying goes. Like, yes, you take shots at your enemies, or take shot at a company that from a close-minded perspective, you don't like necessarily. But honestly, though, I don't think AEW and WWE don't hate each other. I never do think they don't. I never do think the mutual friendships and mutual agreements with them. I definitely do think there's some issues with them as well. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like mortal enemies with each other. They're not. So go into the match though with Jay Carl coming with the Thundercats type of gear.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was trying to figure that out all night.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, what is she wearing? And I was like, oh, it's Thundercats. And I was very shocked she did that. And what do you tell you though, Jay Carter kicked the shit out of Nyla Rose. Holy shit. I don't remember which kick it was or which knee it was, but my gosh, she got fucking kicked.
Yeah.
But honestly, the match was just kind of basic to me. Again, you're not going to start like a banger out of these two. But it definitely showed Jay Carter's strength, though. I definitely do think, again, she's going to lose her streak going to the beginning of next year. So, yeah, I definitely think she's improving a lot. I think Jay Cargill has really improved in the last month or so. We'll just see where she goes from here. So, yeah. Let's go to Jason.
This match was just too basic. I mean, it was obvious Jay was gonna pick up the win here, but otherwise it was just a basic match that you've seen. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it's just obvious result.
Yeah. Let's go to Josh.
Yeah, that match was very basic. I just felt like, it wasn't necessary because honestly, it wasn't no need to have a match for the rightful TBS champion. But entertainment is entertainment. I love Jade. She's talented. She's entertaining. But the thing that made me love this match was the lowrider, as a tribute to Eddie Guerrero. Definitely the greatest wrestler of all, one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Nyla Rose, they need to do something with her. And, who's going to stop Jade? That's the question. Who is going to stop Jade?
God.
Yeah.
Maybe Chris Stylen when she comes back.
Maybe, yeah, that's probably the rumor. I don't know. We'll have to see. There's a lot of great challengers, there's a lot of great challengers for that
Kyrie
title.
Sane.
Ruby Soho probably when she comes back.
Oh yeah, by the way, congratulations to Kyrie Sane on winning the IWGP Women's
That's
Championship.
right. Shout out to Kyrie Sane.
I was just saying random things. I don't know. Shark Bird is gonna be not a freaking Jay Cargo. There you go.
Okay, I'm turning this award show off because.
Why not?
Because.
All right.
Fuck Grammys.
No, the AMAs. Turning it off.
I don't want to do that with. Wait, Granny? Wait,
Granny? Grammys. The Grammys.
I'm watching the American Music Awards, and I'm not gonna say who won.
Grannies. I'm like, wait, what?
No.
Why are you fucking old people? You can't even do that shit, bro. You're gonna go to jail.
No. Oh my god, you're not even listening to me. Anyways.
I never listen to you because I don't need to.
Alright, I'm just fucking go here.
Go fuck yourself.
Anyways, it was a decent match. You can't stop Jade right now. She's 42-0. But Nyla Rose definitely did put on a standard performance. I'll give her that.
Yeah. Jason.
What the fuck is wrong with this dick?
I already went.
Yeah. Yeah, I already went. My bad. AJ, what you got?
Boring fucking match. Basic. Didn't make sense. Storyline was trash. And it was made by Tony Schiavone. And fuck this rivalry, dude. It made no sense. It was a heel versus heel dynamic. It's basically when Nyla Rose steals the title and then Jade ultimately gets it back. What a fucking dumb storyline. That kind of let the show down a little bit. But it is a dream match in the books, but not the match that we
Definitely
expect
not.
it to be.
Definitely not their best match. Definitely not.
Yeah. And I noticed that Nyla was a little bit sloppy in there. Like when she was about to get when she got hit by Jade, and then all of a sudden just rolls up Jade. I mean, that's a solid. Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. But both girls did good. But I think Nala Rose. Well, since it was Eddie Guerrero's week, um, it was a good way to like pay tribute to Eddie Guerrero, riding that limousine. And honestly, I gotta be honest with you guys. I feel like Nala Rose as a heel is getting stale. I'm
Very stale.
sorry. Like, I know she could do good things as a babyface. Like, you know, she could cut a good promo as a babyface, but not like a heel. I mean, I love the Native Beast and all, but it's just not working anymore, dude. She needs to change. Good, but yeah, a basic match, boring match, whatever. Next one, please, before I
All
snap.
right. All right, goodbye, bitch. So next up is the RH World Championship match.
Oh,
I
God.
keep telling y'all, do not doubt Chris Jericho. Keep telling y'all. Do not doubt the man who is in a wedding dress. A Masked Singer. Come on.
Shout out, yes. If you guys did not watch that, that was one of the greatest episodes. The Masked Singer.
Yes, without question. So Jericho defeated Guevara, Casanova, and Danielson to retain. All right. So honestly, this match is really good. I definitely do think this match was a great investment in this match. And it took a little bit to get going, it's just basic tag team shit going on with that match, even though it's a fatal 4-way. But once it got going, with Danielson, kind of splitting the team up a little bit, it got fucking going. It accelerated. And my favorite moments in the match were Guevara. Don't get me wrong, I hate Sammy Guevara with a passion. I hate Sammy Guevara. But Guevara, kind of figured out Jericho to him with the GTH. I thought that spot was actually really good, And I really do think, instead of on Jericho's wing, I definitely do think he's definitely a great heel on his own. And I don't think he needed on Jericho's wing for too long. I don't think so, in my personal opinion. But a great false faces in the match. I really thought they're gonna pull the trigger on Danielson with the knees to the face of Casanova. I was like, wait a minute, is Danielson gonna pin his own freaking faction member? I would just said, are they gonna do that? But they didn't, obviously. And then the one spot I didn't really like was Jericho jumping for the juice effect. And at the end of the match, I think it was a swing, and he went for the juice effect on Casanova or Guevara. On paper, it's an eventful move, but just awful executed, ending, my personal opinion. But Jericho's retaining the title. It definitely could be something for a TV deal for sure. Psardo expected to lose it anytime soon, maybe a final battle, but I don't think he'll lose it anytime soon. Not anytime soon. Let's go with Josh. If you're there.
All right. Yeah, I'm here. Probably definitely one of my favorite matches of the night. You had 4 amazing talent in this match. I did like how they added, 2 members of each faction into this match, kind of let me put it this way, to kind of even up the odds. There you go, and stuff like that. Chris Jericho can make anything so stupid work, and he could make any gimmick work. Like any title reign this man has can make it work. And I love Chris Jericho. And Chris Jericho's always been one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. And you gotta love the man. You gotta respect him for all the years he's done for this business. Bryan Danielson probably the greatest technical wrestler, along with many others. You had Sammy Guevara. Sammy Guevara is pretty good. I feel like they just need to find something for him that'll, I mean, he'll be a world champion in the future. I just don't see it right now.
Yeah, I definitely think he's a talent. I definitely think he's a
Yeah.
talent for sure. And they need something with him that's going to make me invested to him. Because every time he's with something with the Zero Person Society or something with himself, it just does not plan well. So they need to do something with that.
I mean, he does work well with Chris Jericho. I mean,
yeah, they do.
They really do work very well together. And let's see, Claudio Castagnoli, definitely another great technical wrestler, for sure. I felt like he lost the title way too soon, but I personally think he does deserve another reign. But just whatever you do, Tony Khan, keep the title on Chris Jericho because I'm loving the Ocho gimmick. It is so
I'm loving it too.
Great. Jericho, I mean, I don't care what he does. Win a title in every company you've been a part of. You know what? Jericho's the man. You love him, hate him, respect him. He's always been the greatest wrestler, probably one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. And he's even admitted it too. But the match itself, there were a lot of great spots. I love the fact how Claudio and Danielson were working together, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? Let's show the fans what we're really about. And then they start going at it. That's what the sport of wrestling really is. It was every man for himself in that match. So,
yep.
You know what? I enjoyed it. It was great. And it was great. I enjoyed it.
All right. AJ.
Oh man. This was actually a solid fatal four-way, and I remember saying a few things actually. People were saying, "Fuck you, Sammy! Fuck you, Sammy!" And then like at one point I was shouting this one fucking thing. You know what I said? You want to guess? I said, "Hey Sammy, where's your girl at?"
Damn. That's what I
didn't hear your ass.
But anyways, and he was getting booed out of the building for real. But Claudio, Danielson, and Jericho had a good match, and Guevara too. But even though Sammy Guevara could be a real dick right now, but it don't matter. He's a good competitor. All guys were good competitors. Both of them were all of them were really good tonight. I mean, they were good yesterday, as of this recording. But solid fucking match, dude. Solid.
All right.
And Jericho retaining, yeah, I'm okay with it. But Danielson could have won that because, and then after he could have won that title, he could have brought back this song right here, the final countdown.
I think okay. All right. So I think with that, I think they will do that. But
I hope so, dude.
I think they will eventually, but that song is way too expensive for Tony Khan right now.
Yeah, way too much money. Fuck you, Europe. Anyways.
But the continent or the band?
No, the band.
Oh, but I mean, I wouldn't say European women and men, they're hot. So I mean, I can get it. But
no, I'm talking about the band Europe, even though they had a one-hit
I
wonder.
would say
But
European
bro,
people.
why you gotta make your song goddamn expensive? Anyways,
I don't know.
Even though you're not that popular.
I only know for one song. Jason, what you got for the Fatal 4-Way?
All right, so for the four-way match, wow, it started off slow, but it got better as it went on. It picked up. So you know what? I say it's a pretty solid match. I liked it, and Chris Jericho winning, that's fine. That's fine with me.
All right. So let's get into the return match of Saraya.
Let's go.
Oh God.
Here we go. All right. Saraya defeating Britt Baker. All right. Let me address the elephant in the room. I know that a lot of people will say, "Oh, why is Saraya so sloppy? Why is Saraya so sloppy in the match? Why is she rusty?" Bitch, she didn't compete for 5 fucking years.
Yeah, AJ.
5 fucking years.
What do you
Since
mean
she
to me?
broke
I
her
didn't say
neck.
anything.
Since she broke her
No-
neck.
Now
So
get
do
your
you really
face.
expect her to have a freaking Shawn Michaels, Kenny Omega, freaking Becky Lynch match? No. We don't expect that at all from the first match. The old saying is, you're not going to be perfect your first attempt. You're not. So this is all to the Twitter people, all to the people saying, why is Saraya so sloppy? Why the match didn't go well? It actually went perfectly fine with me. I definitely think she outperformed my expectation, in my personal opinion. And Britt Baker was the rightful opponent. You know why? Because she could protect her, actually. And that's the thing. It's not going to be pretty. Is it going to be pretty? No. But it's the protection of Saraya. Because what if Saraya gets hurt, in the first beginning of the match? And she had to retire again. You got to really think about that. Think about that. I definitely think, again, it was a great emotional, matchup for sure. And yes, I do not like Saraya. I do not like what she's dating right now. But I will give my respect where the emotion was there. I definitely think she deserved a moment for damn sure. And I think the match was very solid. I think she outperformed my expectations for sure. And she was safe. Like, she was definitely safe in that match. And it's not about, taking unnecessary bumps as, the men do. And that's why all the other, stars that we have get injured. It's about also being relatively safe with it because, again, what if you get hurt? And one of my favorite moments into the match was Britt Baker actually targeting the neck, too, which is a great homage to my personal opinion, to Seth Rollins and Edge. I think there's some great homages there. And yeah, just a great match in general. I think it was a good, solid match. I think it's not a perfect match. I definitely think it's a little bit sloppy, but I could pass it by because it was her first match back. I said the same thing for Kenny Omega when Kenny Omega came back a year later. So again, I definitely expect her to definitely be great over time. Not first attempt, but the more attempts she's going. So keep it open mind there.
Yeah.
But a very emotional too. Very emotional match when she stepped through the curtain, made it right to the ring. It's definitely an emotional moment when she actually went to see her brother too.
Yes.
It was very emotional to see that. I was very happy for her. Just great moment. Great moment to see her. Let's go to Josh. What's your thoughts on it?
You know what? I agree with Lucas. It was a match that met all my expectations. I was very hyped up to see what she could do since she hasn't been in the ring in 5 years. She did have a little ring rust. She did have a little bit of ring rust, but that takes time over. That takes time. You train a little more, and then your ring rust kind of goes away. Don't forget when you're not in the kind of think it of like as an Edge comeback story. Think of it as Edge's comeback story. I kind of compared Edge and Saraya's comeback story together because after watching Edge's documentary and they showed his whole training process of how he became, when he was training with, I think it was Cash Wheeler. I think he was training with a lot of people to come back, and Edge, Edge literally inspired me. Literally, saying if you want to come back and do something, there's always another chance. And with Saraya, she got 100% cleared. And look, she did okay in her first match back. I wouldn't say it was the greatest, but I enjoyed it. I was very happy that she got the ovation she got. She got a huge pop from the crowd, and her family was there in attendance. Her brother Zach, It was awesome. And you know what? Britt Baker, I agree, was the right opponent for her. And I hope to see more from her going down the line. You know, I hope to see her in more matches, helping out the younger talent in the women's division and stuff like that. But you know, as time flies, her ring rust will go away. And yeah, it was a good match. You know, that ring rust will go away, and I hope to see more from her. So I absolutely enjoyed it.
Yep. Jason.
So yeah, I did not expect perfection here. Of course, it was the first match back. It takes time. AJ.
Shut the fuck up.
Alan.
All right. So I am patient. I'm sure she'll get better in due time. So
Yeah, I mean, I had the
I
same
definitely
thing.
enjoyed this match here. Obviously it wasn't perfect, but it's definitely expected to not be perfect the first time. And yes, despite the singer of her entrance theme, it grew on me.
Right.
I actually like the theme song.
It's kind of ironic with me because I hate the singer with a fucking passion.
I understand.
I'm
I
not.
understand, but for me, I'm just staying positive, focusing on her wrestling career.
Yeah, because again, I know I get so much
It's
shit
just
for it, but
it's just me though.
yeah, and
All right, I'm sorry.
I'm with you, Jason. I'm with you, Jason. I'm not gonna lie. When I saw the theme song popped up in my recommendations, it's been on repeat ever since. So I mean, there's something there.
Yeah.
I
I
think
mean,
it's just
it's
the theme
catchy.
song alone.
So yeah,
It's
I mean,
catchy.
it fits Soraya. It fits Soraya for sure.
Yeah. It's a good song. I actually like it song.
All right, AJ, what you guys say?
Yeah, okay. I can admit this match was not perfect. She did had a little bit of ring rust, but not too badly. But I noticed that a couple of times in the match she was like out for some reason, like probably taking a shot at WWE or something. I don't know what's that about. Like she was like laying down flat though, like
Was it
because
in the
like
outside? Was it in the outside?
no in the ring.
Oh, I forgot. I think I forgot about that.
Yeah, but, like there was like one point in the match, like she was like laying down flat, like on her back where she got injured. So she's probably taking a shot at WWE or something. I don't
No,
fucking know.
I don't think it's a shot at them. I don't think it's necessarily a shot at them.
But I bet it don't matter. Anyways, but yeah, this match was not perfect. Definitely a good solid return match. Soraya looked impressive.
Yeah.
From her entrance and her ring skills.
Ring gear
But
never
yeah,
changed.
she'll get better eventually. When she has more matches and more matches and more matches, and then you'll see really the talent that Soraya is about that WWE fucking missed on. From the last few years of her career.
To be fair, again, it's broken neck. So I mean, when you have a broken neck like that, I can't.
Oh yeah, it takes time, dude. But
Yeah.
no, I'm just
Look at
saying.
Edge.
I'm just
Think
saying.
of Edge
Like,
as an example.
Did Shibata had a broken neck?
Shibata, I don't know.
Let me
yeah,
look it
he
up.
did.
I know Danielson Danielson was different.
Danielson
I
and
think
Edge had a neck injury.
I think
Danielson was the
Tanahashi had
head.
one.
Oh wait, Shibata was I think he had a head injury. Yeah, he had a
It
big
was
concussion.
a Oh god, it was. I'll look it up in a minute. I'll look it up in a second. It was some kind of head injury. That's all I know.
Right.
Hold on. Let me see.
It was a
Injury.
severe brain injury.
It was It was a hold on. His injury was oh god. Yeah, his He had pretty much a bit concussion now, but assume no. It was like a brain injury, I think.
Yeah, it was a brain injury. All right. We'll talk about that when we get. We'll not talk about that, but we'll get there when we get there. If we get into more topics like that. So, let's get into the other match that was three big meaty men slapping meat.
Oh.
All right, so let's get into the slapping meat match. That I had to say. Samoa Joe defeated Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs to be the new TNT champion.
Boy. Yeah.
Boy, AJ, you were happy.
I was.
He was happy. No, he was happy for sure. I saw his post. Let me tell you about Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe is one of my favorite wrestlers on the roster. The reason why, because how intense he is on the mic, and just again, how swag he can be when he does the walk when somebody flies, but also just how fucking brutal he is. I love that shit. And when he's in WWE, he was a great wrestler, but he just kept getting injured, and WWE fumbled the bag with him from the start. When he lost to Brock Lesnar, 2017 or 2018, around then. So, to see him get double belts, to see him becoming, 2 belts. So now, I definitely say we have both Samoa Joes having double belts. Roman Reigns, real name Joe, and then we have Samoa Joe. So there you go. Look at me kind of rhyming a little bit. So this match again, it was not necessarily my favorite match on the card, but my God, Wardlow, what the fuck? This man just fucking flew and elevated to the sky like he was like Jeff Hardy or some shit, or Will Ospreay for some fucking reason. This man did a variation of some kind of whisper in the wind. And I'm just like, how much airtime do you get? And then just Samoa Joe, man. Just Samoa Joe win the title. It was an unexpected moment. I expected Wardlow to retain the titles, but I was very shocked that Samoa Joe actually did it. I was very shocked myself. But well deserved. Well deserved for Samoa Joe. All right. Let's go into AJ.
Yeah, man. I was actually happy when Wardlow lost the title. And honestly, I've been saying it for the last few weeks. His booking as TNT champion is fucking garbage. Garbage. Like, he barely fucking defended the title. Seriously. And I feel
Wardlow?
like, yeah, he barely fucking defended the title. His booking was fucking awful. And it's just fucking mid. Anyways,
It was
but
solid.
yeah, but he has a big future at AEW though. Don't get me wrong. I love Wardlow, but it's just his reign was mid. Anyways, but Joe as TNT champion though, I'm actually happy because Joe fucking deserves it. Joe is a double champion now. So what's next for Samoa Joe? But honestly, I prefer Hobbs to win that match, to be honest.
A lot of people were saying that too.
Yeah, like people have been chanting Hobbs throughout the whole match, and Powerhouse Hobbs deserves that title. But I bet he'll get another title shot eventually against Joe. But Joe deserves it right now because he's one of the greatest mic talkers out there. But he's good in the ring. And let's see what's next for Joe.
Oh, I about to mention. I forgot today was Sunday. I thought today was Monday for some reason.
No, today's Sunday.
I thought it was Monday Night Raw for a second. That's all 8:42, 52. I thought it was Monday Night Raw for some reason. What the fuck is wrong with me? So, let's go to Jason. What you feel about that match?
This match was solid. I have not expected Samoa Joe to pick up the win here, but he deserves it. I'm fine with it. A pretty good result.
All right. You know, I didn't expect Joe to win the title, but I had a feeling once the heel turn was, on Dynamite, once they turned him heel on Wardlow, I had a feeling they were gonna stick him into the match, and I felt like his reign was gonna come to an end after that heel turn was performed. And I love Wardlow, but I have to agree with AJ. He really his reign was not the greatest. He didn't really defend the title that much, but he did defend the title at times. But if you're gonna be a fighting champion, we need someone to defend the title every week. And that's why Samoa Joe, I think, right now is the right fit. I know, of course, he has the ROH title as well, the TV title. But I'm kind of curious to see what they're gonna do if they're gonna have Joe drop the TNT title to Hobbs in the future, um, or are they gonna have him be the TNT champion for right now? I don't know. We'll see what happens with his reign. But yeah, it was a solid match, and I really enjoyed it.
Yeah. So let's go into the. I think that's everybody. I think. And so let's go to the next match.
E.
All right. So Sting and Darby Allin defeated Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and Jay Lethal. Called it again. Because every time Sting and Allin team up, they're always going to win on a pay-per-view match. They have to. They just have to just to keep the crowd going, And I made a prediction like during the match. I'm like, Sting's gonna jump off something. Sting is going to jump off something, and it's gonna look either great or awful. And he did that. I'm like, this man is 63 years old, and he's still doing this shit. So that's something. So again, the match was, it was not the greatest, honestly.
No.
It was, honestly, there were some good spots in there. I like the part where Allen got fucking tossed in the ramp unprotected. And then one of my favorite things from this match is seeing Jeff Jarrett's old TNA theme song to be on AEW.
Yeah.
I love that fucking theme song. That just reminds me when Jeff Jarrett was a great heel. And this man, Jeff Jarrett, still fucking sells to this day. He sells like a motherfucker. He is.
Yeah.
He can put on the best matches with anyone else on the roster. Right? Jeff Jarrett definitely do it for sure. So, yeah, it was kind of a sports entertainment type match. It's not like your typical wrestling match. So I think it's anything less than this match. So, yeah, honestly, again, not the greatest match. I definitely think that there's better matches on this card. I'll definitely talk about that when we get there. But there's some good moments in there, so I'll give it that. AJ, what you got?
Yeah, I feel like this tag match is really solid. Sting jumping up the fucking seats. I was like, holy shit, dude. Jeff Jarrett came out to my world. Oh, that song is a fucking banger. I'm so glad he fucking brought that song back. And I love his ring attire too. I hope Jasper makes a figure of that. But anyways, and also I love the matching gear when Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal wear, because don't forget Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett teamed up before AEW. It was during Ric Flair's last match, like months ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Against Ric Flair himself, and recently suspended from AEW Andrade El Idolo. Um, but yeah, they worked well as a team, but they definitely worked well as a team as well on this scenario. But Jeff Jarrett, man, he's such a good wrestler, dude. Um, but I'm actually really interested in what he's gonna do in AEW after this match, because recently he just signed there, and I don't know what's gonna happen next this Wednesday, but I bet it's gonna be something good. So good match overall. Darby Allin and Sting fucking killed it as always. It's a team, and yeah, good shit.
All right. So, Jason, if you want to go.
All right, so for this match, it was solid. It wasn't that bad of a match, but it wasn't my favorite match. I definitely liked the spot where Sting jumped off a high place again, like usual. Well, and um, Jeff Jarrett, I liked his entrance. But otherwise, the match had good spots, but it wasn't my favorite match.
No. I'll get to my other favorite match when we get there. Josh, what you got?
Oh yeah, this match was awesome. Of course, Sting at his age, diving off, shit. It's just fucking unbelievable that he can still do that. The match itself was insane. Loved Jeff Jarrett's entrance. Loved, he came out in his, trademark gear. And the guitar. You gotta love Double J no matter what. Um, but of course, it's the obvious. Sting and Darby Allin, they win. And I love the fact that I love Darby's entrance first of all because you saw a body bag just sitting there on the entrance stage, and then all of a sudden Jay Lethal's like, "Okay, Darby's in the body bag. Just watch it move."
That's our thought too.
And literally, all of a sudden, smoke clears, and then just Darby Allin just comes out of the smoke, and literally Darby Allin's pointing at Jeff Jarrett like, "Turn around, motherfucker." And then Sting is literally in the ring. Literally, I don't know what the fuck Sting was wearing, but Sting looked like a badass in a long sleeve shirt and fucking cargo pants. He kind of looked like a Darby Allin in like it was kind of like Darby Allin in Sting's body a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, definitely.
But
All right, let's get.
Match was insane. I love the fact that Satnam Singh literally had to be. Sting was trying to like get him in a scorpion death drop, and then literally like he needed help because how tall Satnam Singh is, and but yeah, it was a good match. I really enjoyed it. Great finish, and Sting and his grandson won.
Yep. All right, let's get into one of my other favorite matches, shall we? Jamie Hayter defeated Tony Storm to win the title. The interim women's title. I know what.
Yeah.
Fuck that. I'm not going to say interim women's title. I'm going to say the AEW women's title because I can.
As you should.
I'm going to say this right now. Best women's match of AEW ever had. Best pure wrestling match that they ever fucking had. This one, again, had interference, but it wasn't overused. A lot of great fall finishes. We thought Tony Storm was going to win. No. We thought Jamie Hayes was going to win. No. It was a investment for sure. And, again, Tony Storm was already busted open already. With her nose already. Everyone's breaking their nose today, apparently.
Yeah.
And just a great match. Just a great fucking match. And it was a strong wedge for the women's division because, again, all of us know that the AEW women's division is not really the strongest. It doesn't have that foundation. But I definitely do think with Jamie Hayter now in the front seat, in the driver's seat now, I definitely do think it can be definitely a foundation to show, like, hey, we're not, just extreme wrestling and anything like that. We can pull off pure wrestling like you guys. And it was a win I did not expect. I picked Tony Storm to win it originally, but I changed it last minute. And I'm so glad she won it. It was about damn time she won it. I said, and I think in May or June, I said that Jamie Hayter was the future world champion. And it came true.
I said it too.
It came true. and I'm just so happy for her. I'm so happy for her that she finally got her moment. Now is she going to be the actual women's champion, or Thunder Rosa's going to come back? We don't know with that, so we're gonna leave that open for now. A solid, great match for damn sure. Yeah. Let's go with Josh. Josh, that's your girl right there. So what you gotta say?
Oh yeah. You know what? As much as I said Tony Storm to win because she's another one of my favorites. It's about damn time you put some gold around Jamie Hayter, and I'll tell you why for a reason. Jamie Hayter has come such a long way from the beginning she stepped foot in AEW till now. And, you know, everyone from the beginning said, "Oh, she's a future champion. She's talented. She's a great wrestler. She's good in the ring." I agree. I even met her in person and I said, you deserve some gold around your waist, And she even agreed the same thing, of course, like any other wrestler would want to have gold around their waist. And that's what she did. And from the start, I said, she could be a women's champion, she could be a TBS champion, whatever they have for her, I don't care. Like, she's wrestled great in Japan, she's done a lot of great stuff. And she's come a long way, and I can't wait to see what her title reign is going to be like. I feel like in general, she doesn't need Rebel and Britt to get involved to help her win. I feel like she could do it more on her own, out of spite to show what she's really made of. But, you know, Britt and her are very close friends, and of course they were happy for her more than, they were for Britt when she won the title. But it's time that because Tony Storm, don't forget, she's had the title since All Out, so I felt like it's been a long time since she's had it, so it's cool that they had an interim. Well, I'll just say interim, but it's cool that we had a title change and Jamie Hayter winning. But a lot of people weren't behind Tony Storm; they were more behind Hayter as the match went on. So literally, I was saying, "Come on, Hayter." And, Jamie Hayter deserves everything, and I wish her the best in her title reign. She deserves it all because she's come such a long way ever since she stepped foot in AEW. So, you know what? I really enjoyed the match. It was a great finish. It had a lot of good spots, and, let's see where the title picture goes for Jamie Hayter.
Yeah, I agree with you for sure. All right. So, AJ, what you gotta say?
All right, Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm. They had a good fucking match. Tony Storm did not really get a chant from the crowd. They were popping it all, but they were all behind Jamie Hayter, and honestly, rightfully so, because I feel like Tony Storm was really solid as a champion, but I just feel like her time was over, man, because I don't know what was going on. Her booking's like, uh, it was it was alright, but Jamie Hayter deserves it, man. About time.
Jason, what you gotta say?
The right person won. Definitely the right person won this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Jamie Hayter was the fan favorite here, and you know what? She, finally a champion with actual talent.
I mean, I kind of agree a little bit. Yeah, I didn't really like Tony Storm as champion. Yes, it was a good moment.
Yeah, it was a good moment, but yeah.
But Jay Hare deserved 100% though, so that's gonna shower.
Yeah, the rightful person. Yeah.
So let's get into Jason's boys over here.
Our boys,
Yeah,
Jason.
the scissor me boys, the fuck me boys, the whatever you want to call
The
them.
greatest tag team of this generation.
All right. So, the Acclaim defeated Serena Gory to retain the title.
Thankfully.
Thank God. I'm about to say, if the Serena Gory wins, I'm going to flip out. But I
Yeah, I
want to
was
tell you,
saying the
let me
same
tell you something about
thing.
Swerve's gear. I think it was inspired by anime, if I'm not mistaken.
Kind of looked like it because Keith Lee's had like the same color concept.
Yeah, it was an anime type of thing. And at first, I'm like, wait, what is he wearing? But it fits. It fucking fits. And I'm gonna say this right now about Swerve. This man is a great fucking heel, and I love him.
I love him as a heel.
This man should go after a title on his own. Like, he's amazing. So let's get into the things that happened. Let's talk about Swerve. Decided to get some pair of pliers out. And it was like, hey, let's just try to snap his fingers so they won't scissor anymore, And thank God Daddy Ass came out to stop that from happening. But great match. Great match. Finally, Swerve and Glory is done. It was about time they first split up. Nothing against them, but it just didn't work out anymore for them. I definitely do think they're better off their own anyways. So I'm hoping to see what happens for them. I'm definitely excited to see what happens with Keith Lee and Swerve. So yeah, it was a solid match. Great storytelling with Bowen's shoulder injury. But it was solid. It helped it early. And yeah, it was not the greatest match, honestly. I definitely think their all-out match was a lot better, in my personal opinion. But still a solid match. Very solid match.
Oh yeah.
Let's get into Josh.
Very solid match. I really enjoyed it. The Acclaim when they rapped about just Swerve in general was so funny. I love how they added a little extra rap, a little extra diss to their entrance. But yeah,
Yes.
Bowens' shoulder injury was a big factor in that match. It was a very, very big factor, and his arm went out a couple times, but he went through that match. And Max Caster really was impressive. He's gotten better in the ring ever since, the Acclaim. They're now main event stars and one of the top tag team of this company. And Tony Khan, even at the media scrum last night, I was watching it. Tony Khan believed in the Acclaim since they got there. I even believed in them as well, knowing Creator Pro is the school in New York that Max Caster trained at. Well, Bowens trained at the one by Jersey, and it was just a great match in general. And thank God, Swerve and Our Glory's done, and they're and hopefully for Swerve, they do better things as heels and faces.
Yes. I'm gonna let Jason go last. I know that's the boys himself. So AJ, what you got?
For
The tag team match, you Acclaim.
okay, yeah, that match was good. I'm glad that the Acclaim actually retained here because if Swerve and Glory fucking won that match, we would riot. Because nobody wants to see Swerve and Glory with another tag team reign. And no one even want to see this team in the first place because it's getting stale. And then look what happened during the match. Keith Lee walked up on Swerve because he didn't want to do what Swerve said. That's a great move, Keith. Smart thinking. But now they need to just break up this team on Wednesday. Please. Please, please,
They're
please,
already breaking
please,
up anyway, so it'll be
please.
fine.
I'm begging you.
They're
Please,
already broken up
Tony.
anyways. It's fine. They're broken up.
Please split them up because I want to see both of these guys single stars.
They already split up, my boy.
But anyways, but I'm glad that the Acclaim retained here against Swerve and Our Glory. So yeah, let's bask in our glory and get to the next person or in the match.
All right.
So for this match, it was okay. I definitely like the match at Grand Slam better because I was there. And wow, I was actually anxious for this match because I love the Acclaimed, and I really want them to have a nice long reign.
Yes, indeed.
Just because they're top number one in AEW right now, probably the best thing with AEW right now. Now, scissor me, daddy ass. Ah. So what? Thankfully, they retained, and that's all.
All right.
And let's see what happens with Swerve and Our Glory. Well, they're not a team anymore, anyway.
Yeah, they're not a team anymore for sure. Let's get into the World Championship match. MJF defeated Jon Moxley to win the title. What? I fucking told you this in March. When MJF took on a piece of shit, CM Punk himself, I told y'all that he's going to win a title. It was going to be his year. And what did I fucking tell you? What did I fucking tell you? I said it on the predictions. I went back again to watch it. And yes, I see the 4 members that I'm still discussing with. But I was glad I was right. I was right all along. I was worried when he said that pipe bomb, but it was all work. But my God, what a match this was. I love, again, with Moxley, Moxley can play a heel. For the love of God, when you're done with the BCC bullshit, please turn this man heel. I want to see this man just destroy every single babyface on the roster. That's what I want for Jon Moxley. And I told this to Josh and Jason when they called before the match. I said either A, MJF's going to win clean, or B, Brass Nuts going to be involved and William Regal's going to turn heel. I told you that it was going to happen. I knew it and I saw it. I knew the expression of William Regal's face. Y'all remember, William Regal is one of the snakiest bastards on the roster around this time. You can never trust William Regal, and he still can prove that.
You never could trust Regal at all.
Never trust him. I mean, everyone that trusted him, he had brass nuts in his fucking dick. That should tell you something. That should tell you something. This man had to reach out of his dick to grab brass nuts every single night. So that should tell you something. Anyways, let's get into all the moments again. Again, the crowd was behind MJF. They were behind him. And I love MJF because at the end of the match, he motorboat somebody's titties. And that was the funniest shit I've ever seen. He just goes up to somebody, he's like, "Can I motorboat your titties with consent?" And he just does it anyways. Of course, you gotta do it with consent, obviously, because again, the world we live in now. But that was just fucking funny. But it was a great match overall. Definitely a better match they had from their match in 2020. And when MJF doing a tombstone power driver, I thought he was done. But once William Regal saw the brass nuts, it was bound to happen. And thank you for this happening. Just yes, this moment was much needed, and I'm gonna say this right now: AEW is going the right direction. They're going the right direction with him being the title, and they can keep doing moments like this. They can definitely get back to the hype they were getting in 2021, 2022. They're definitely gonna get it for sure. It's a great show overall. Better than All Out, my personal opinion. So let's go with AJ. What was your experience with the crowd when you went there?
Oh God, people were fucking booing Mox out of the building.
Wow.
They with Sammy Guevara, like they were loud boos. But they sang Wild Thing, of course. And then MJF probably got the biggest pop of the night. Like when he first came out, it was like medium pop, and then at the second time he came out, he was like like the crowd was fucking loud. And then they had a good match, and then William Regal came out, saying that do not use that diamond ring. And then later on, Regal gives the nuts to MJF. And then MJF knocks down Moxley and then pinned Moxley for the 3. And oh my god, I was so happy because
We all
MJF
were.
was finally fucking champion. We all wanted this for years. And you know what? There's something I need to say, and I need to agree on. And I actually agree with this guy because the reason that MJF is still the reason that MJF is fucking popular right now because of Grimm's Toy Show. Shout out to Grimm's Toy Show, man. He made
You're not
a
wrong.
star. He made a fucking star. Like when MJF first appeared on YouTube, I knew he was gonna be something. And guess what? That something is now because MJF fucking won the AEW title, and Grimm made MJF look like a star. Yeah, and even Grimm himself admits that he should be thanked. He said something in a tweet. But if you go to GTS and become a star, then you're not wrong.
Yeah.
And then you'll lead to something in the future, just like Casey Navarro. Also,
Truly blessed.
yes, and Jordan Oliver, another one. But there's so many talents out there, but now popular, like MJF, Casey Navarro, Jordan Oliver, Griffin McCoy, and etc.
Grimm, yeah, a lot of look at Max Caster too.
Max Caster as well, former tag team champions now, and now the current AEW tag team champion.
See where a lot of these
Great.
these Creative Pro guys have gone.
He made a Creative Pro Wrestling guys stars.
Yeah.
Seriously. And I don't know why he's not getting the credit that he deserves. But
Well, I guess you could say he did because MJF spit Grimm's soda in Moxley's
yeah.
face.
Yeah, that was so funny though.
But yeah.
But anyways, good fucking match. MJF fucking deserved it, and probably one of the best moments of the night, in my personal opinion, because I thought I almost fucking cried because as a New York native myself, and he's also a New York native, that fucking tells me that dreams can come true
That's right.
as long as you put out the work.
I always will say this to everybody watching this. Always repeat this from me. They always say you'll never meet your heroes or or people will say you'll never do that. That's such bullshit because dreams do come true and you will meet your heroes.
Exactly.
Yep. All right.
But yeah, good fucking match, dude.
All right, Jason. What you got to say?
Talk to me nice.
I'll gladly talk to you nice.
What?
What else is there to say aside from he's come a long way, and that's a well-deserved win.
Mm-hmm.
Well, for sure the match is good, but the ending is so good in the match. I like the ending because that's when he won the title.
Never trust Regal.
Never.
Trust Mr. Regal.
Oh, hello, Excalibur.
A great ending to
Man
that
with
match.
the mask.
A
You
great
Regal
ending
one,
to
you.
the show. Full Gear was definitely the best AEW pay-per-view of this year.
For sure.
I would like to disagree, but I definitely see why. So again, we will get into like the rankings of it and next month. of like which pay per views are AEW and stuff like that. We'll get into that, but we're not gonna do it at the moment because again we got to go every single match, and AEW has long matches because of course they do. Um, so let's get into Josh.
Yes, sir. It's about damn time. I could say this for everybody as well, and I think everybody could agree with me. How long have we wanted this? This is the second match between the two, and it really wasn't the greatest. Moxley beat MJF the first time back in 2020. But this match was just the way I expected it to be. MJF, he deserves it, and I cannot wait to see where he goes with the world title. I can't wait to see what he does because he's now the face of the company. You see, and AEW is going in the right direction, like AJ said, because they needed a guy who's not going to bring toxicity to the locker room. That being CM Punk at the moment. But if Punk gets his act together, hopefully, which he probably never will, I don't even know. But let's not talk about CM Punk. It's all about the man who won the title, MJF.
Yep.
And it was a great match. I really enjoyed it. And I can't wait to see what the future holds for MJF. He deserves it 100%.
100% in my personal opinion. Again, I will say this. I definitely think Revolution is the best pay per view, in my personal opinion. Just my personal opinion. So let's get into our ratings. I'm gonna give this. I gave, I think, out like a 7. I'm gonna give this 8.5 out of 10. I definitely think it's not a perfect show. There is some like dry spots here and then, but definitely the standouts definitely stand out the most. The best match tonight, in my personal opinion, it has to be Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy without question. But Jay Hader as well definitely killed it this match as well. Great winners again. Then finally TK listened to his people that what they wanted and anything like that, which is definitely good for future references and anything like that. So yeah, this is a great solid pay per view. Definitely a step up from what they were a couple months ago. They were in a very, 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 very they're in quicksand. Let's just say they're in quicksand from like what happened to Media Scrum, a couple months ago. So they need a pay per view to deliver and show what they really are made of, and they did. They 100% did that. So yeah, 8.5 for me. Let's go with AJ. What's your rating?
My rating for the show, and they definitely redeemed themselves from All Out because that was a fucking disaster. But I'm gonna give Full Gear a solid 8.5. Fucking good show. Good show. Um, except for the Jay Cargill and Nella Rose match, that kind of threw me off a little bit because it was just a quick, boring fucking match. And the Soraya match, it was cool and all, but it was a little. It's a little. Soraya was a little bit rusty in that ring, but she'll get more practice. She'll definitely get more training eventually and get better. But anyways, but all out, I mean, but Full Gear was fucking amazing, dude. Good show. I even saw it live. It was the best damn thing I ever did. And I forgot to say this, but during the MJF and Moxley match, people were saying, "Fuck you, Moxley! Fuck you, Moxley!" Like they just fucking turned on him pretty much. But anyways, but again, 8.5 for the show. Definitely redeemed themselves. And I think we're get to a new era of AEW. No more toxicity from CM Punk. No more um drama from Punk, Cabana, and the Young Bucks. I don't want any of that anymore, dude. Like, we need wrestling now in AEW. Like, we need AEW to be like 2019 to 2021 to early 2022. Like, that style AEW. That fucking shit was nuts. Now we need it again. Because CM Punk, God, I'll just say this. He pretty much, I think AEW was a little bit problematic because it made it all about CM Punk, not even about the future, not about like fucking Ricky Starks, Brian Cage, Ethan Page, like none of those guys. It was
No,
all
no, no. Oh, I no. You said both even Page and Brian Cage. How about we get Christian Cage, Ethan Page, and Brian Cage in a steel cage match?
oh my god. Oh
Come
god.
on, man.
I mean, that would be a cool match and all, but god, it's so random. But anyway, yeah, but like I said, it's not about CM Punk anymore, dude. It's about the future of this company, and I'm glad this company is saved after All Out.
Yep. All right. Let's get into Josh. What you gotta say about it?
Um, I personally enjoyed it. My favorite matches of the night were probably the tag team match. The women's title, Jamie Hayter winning, of course, was definitely a highlight. And MJF, of course, winning the title. How can you not love that? My overall rating for this pay-per-view, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. It was probably AEW's best pay-per-view this year. Um, First tri-state pay-per-view, and it really was a success, as Tony Khan even said. And personally, I agree with AJ. We don't need this toxicity in the locker room from CM Punk. We don't need this bullshit at all. We just want to have a good wrestling company that focuses on the stars of tomorrow. Focus on MJF. He's your world champion now, not the guy from Chicago who likes to ramble his mouth about somebody sharing a bank account
Chicago.
with his mother. Yeah, it was probably the greatest show AEW ever put on for their pay-per-views. So, yeah, I enjoyed it. It was such a good show from start to finish.
I actually will say Forbidden Door was the best pay in my personal opinion. I think it would go Forbidden Door.
Yeah, Forbidden Door is
Revolution.
first for me, and then it's Full Gear.
Revolution, Full Gear, not Full Gear. What am I thinking? Forbidden Door, Revolution, Full Gear, all Double or Nothing, and was it All Out? Yeah, All Out. Geez, I almost forgot the name. Jason, what you got? What's your rating?
I'll give this a 9. The TBS title match was not the best, but that doesn't stop the fact from giving it a 9.
I agree. All right. Oh, almost burped it out a little bit. So let's get into outros as we do. Thank you guys for watching the episode of AEW Full Gear. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And again, thank you for us for rambling about I've got from Chicago and rambling about this pay-per-view in general. Hope you enjoyed that again. And just me being me again. Also, want to say again, rest in peace again to Tommy Oliver once again. Very sad moment to see him go again. Tommy, you'll be definitely remembered for your legendary role for being a Power Ranger, and that you brought what inspiration to the other Power Rangers that are, now above, not after you now, that you brought the inspiration to Ninja Steel. You brought inspiration to Megaforce, even though Megaforce was not a good show. But you brought inspiration to that. You brought inspiration to Samurai. You brought especially to Dino Charge, Dino Fury. I want to thank you for that. And I also want to address the elephant in the room. I want to say rest in peace and my condolences and this is my thoughts in general to for the people in the Colorado. Again, hate, violence, and discrimination like that are definitely not tolerated. But hopefully that guy, does get his comeuppance for sure. Um, Again, nobody should get hate. Nobody should get discriminated for what they love and what they want to identify themselves to be. Um, and it comes from myself in the community as well. Like the constant hate is one thing. The battle verses, all the homophobe comments we get. That's one thing. But it's another thing to trying to actually kill us. But there's one thing that you always need to remember. You're trying to kill one of us, there's an army. But if you have a person in the LGBT community that's your friend, a family, close one, whatever it is, be supportive. Show them all your love. Show them your kindness. Just be respectful to them. They want to go by different pronouns, whatever. Respect that. If they want to go for a different identity, respect those that for sure. I mean, it will not be understanding for you at first. You're not gonna be perfect at it, but it's a thing to be understanding to those that are trying to be different and trying to be more comfortable with their own skin. So that's all I want to say about that. Again, the LGBTQ people, again, to my community out there, we'll continue to fight. We continue to fight for what we believe in. Again, we're not going to go down with a fight for damn sure. So, yeah, fuck up. This is the saying goes, fuck around and find out. So, yeah, follow my Instagram, Lucas.Tanson336. Get my TikTok at Lucas_Rainmaker. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Let's go now with Jason.
Thank you for watching this episode of Crash and Burn. We reviewed AEW Full Gear. Next time you'll see us is for Survivor Series War Games predictions.
War Games!
War Games!
All right, Josh.
All right, thank you guys for watching this episode of Crash and Burn as we reviewed yesterday's Full Gear pay-per-view. Hope you guys enjoyed the show if you guys watched it or attended it live like AJ did. Tell us what you thought in the comments. Follow everybody on their socials. I just wanted to say, of course, RIP to the greatest Power Ranger to ever do it. Definitely my role model as a kid, Jason David Frank, Tommy Oliver. Man, did not expect to waking up hearing that kind of shit, but you never know what people go through behind the scenes, especially if they're famous or not. Mental health matters. If you need help, there's help for you. There's people that are there for you. You're not alone. Another thing is about the shooting that happened in Colorado. This world today, you need to be. I'll say this as like a little life lesson. You always don't know what's gonna happen. You may think about having a good day, and you may think about having, something to turn to the worst. Don't discriminate people for what they love, what they believe in, what they want to be. Uh, let them be happy and let them feel the same. We all have the same feelings. We all have the same, attitude. We all come from the same people. We all no, we all come from different people, but we all are the same. But I hope that guy rots in hell. I never would have, expected out of all people to do crimes like that, but I felt like it was just discrimination and a hate crime just waiting to happen. But all you have to do is you have to just live life every day, depending what's gonna happen. Just always be on the lookout and always be aware.
Yep.
And like I said, we lost a lot of great people this year. But you know what? Remember them for what they've done. That changed your life. And don't think about them as, being dead and gone, making you very, very upset and it's very sad that they're no longer here, but just remember them for the good. Don't let negativity get to you at all. And you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Mental health matters. You never know what people are going through. If they're actors, musicians, just normal people in general, or even athletes. If you need help, there's help. If you need someone to talk to, there's a lot of people to talk to. Suicide is never the answer.
Nope. Not the answer at all. I will say that for damn sure.
It's just more harm waiting to happen for you.
And more harm to stay.
Yeah.
All right.
So always get help, and always there'll be help for you. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one. Always be safe out there, and remember, the assassin is out.
Indeed. All right. AJ, you saw it live, and you saw it live. It's kind of appropriate you go last. So go ahead.
Go for
All
it.
right. Thank you guys for watching another episode of the fastest rising podcast of all professional fucking doing wrestling. The Crash and Fucking Burn Wrestling Podcast, where we reviewed Full Gear. And yes, we're going to be reviewing next Survivor Series War Games.
Reviewing it? So the
wait,
show happened
what?
already.
Oh, wait, predicting it. Oh, shit.
Wait, what?
My
What
bad.
happened? What happened?
Oh, shit. My bad. Anyways,
What happened?
we are predicting War Games. Anyways, go follow everyone on everyone in this podcast on social media. Go follow all three podcasts on social media right down in the description. Also, don't subscribe to our YouTube. All three podcasts on YouTube. Go follow our TikTok page at Crash_Monster Analysis. And thank you guys for watching. And I'm out. Let's watch some fucking wrestling, baby.
Yes.
And
All right.
let's wrestle, motherfuckers.
Let's scissor. No, let's scissor.
Oh yeah, scissor me, daddy ass.
Scissor me, daddy AJ.
Hey! Yo, pause.
Pause in
Scissor
a
me,
minute.
daddy Josh.
No. Hey. No what? Scissor me,
Scissor
daddy.
me, daddy
Or
Lucas.
scissor me, daddy Lucas.
All right.
All right.
See y'all later.
That's that.
Bye.
That's me. That's Josh. That's Jason. That's AJ. We'll see you for War Games.
Bye, Mark.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Mark.
Thank you.
Crash and burn!